What if I told you the way most people approach manifestation has been backwards? What if even the way you breathe is quietly reinforcing separation between you and what you want? I want you to sit with that for a moment, because today we're going to slow down and look at manifestation through a very different lens. Not as a frantic chase after something that feels far away, not as a ritual of trying to pull reality into place with sheer effort, but as a gentle recognition that what you seek is already woven into you, and the bridge between knowing this and living this is your breath. In quantum physics, there's a phenomenon that baffled even Einstein. Two particles can become entangled, meaning no matter how far apart they drift, they remain connected. Change one, and the other shifts instantly, faster than the speed of light. Einstein dismissed it as spooky action at a distance, but years later, experiments confirmed it was real. What looks like separation is actually unity, hidden beneath the surface. Now pause with that thought. What if your desires are not something you must chase? What if they are already entangled with you, responding to your awareness the moment you notice them? Imagine how different manifestation would feel if you weren't reaching, grasping, or pulling, but remembering. This is where breath comes in. Most manifestation teachings encourage you to breathe for your desires. Inhale what you want, exhale what you don't. But hidden in that is the assumption that you and your desire are separate things, with a gap that must be closed. That subtle assumption keeps the nervous system humming in a state of lack. Reaching, wanting, waiting. But what happens if you breathe not for your desire, but as your desire? Let's try something right now. Wherever you are, take a slow inhale through the nose. As you breathe in, quietly think, I am already here. Hold that breath for a moment, let the stillness stretch, and as you exhale softly through the mouth, let the words form inside you. Nothing is missing. Inhale again, slowly, I am already here. Exhale gently, nothing is missing. One more round. Breathe in, I am already here. Breathe out, nothing is missing. Notice the shift? You're not trying to get somewhere. You're allowing your body to remember it's already arrived. This is the heart of quantum manifestation, the recognition that awareness and desire are entangled aspects of one field. They only appear separate because of the way we've been taught to perceive. It's like the old story of the wave and the ocean. A little wave, restless and anxious, tries desperately to reach the shore. It believes it must struggle forward, become more, prove itself. One day, an older wave asks, "Why are you working so hard?" The little wave says, "Because I need to arrive. I need to be something greater." And the older wave smiles and whispers, "You are not just a wave trying to arrive. You are the ocean itself, momentarily appearing as a wave. There is nothing to chase. You already are everything you seek." That story is not just a metaphor, it is a perfect mirror of what quantum physics now shows us. Apparent separation is only perspective. Unity has always been true. Ancient traditions knew this long before physics confirmed it. Mystics spoke of the inhale as the universe recognizing itself through you, and the exhale as you recognizing yourself as the universe. Science now calls it entanglement. They called it divine recognition, and both point to the same truth. Breath is the bridge. Now here's where many people get stuck. They rush through practices mechanically, still operating from the assumption that they are lacking something. But the shift only happens when you slow down, when you breathe not to get, but to remember, not to reach, but to recognize. So here's your first practice, 3 breaths of recognition. Inhale slowly, the one who seeks is me. Exhale gently, the one who is sought is me. Repeat 3 times. That's it. Simple, quiet, but transformative. Do this daily, and you'll feel your nervous system begin to relax out of grasping and into recognition. And this is the moment I want to offer you something deeper, because practices like these are only the beginning. If you've been resonating with this, it's not random. You're ready to move beyond chasing desires and into living from recognition. That's why I created the Quantum Bridge, a field guide to the 7 keys of reality creation, complete with journal templates to anchor these shifts in your everyday life. It's not about giving you more techniques to chase after. It's about guiding you into the coherence of living as the version of yourself who already is. If what we've explored so far speaks to you, the book will feel like the natural next step. Because the truth is, you don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to earn your desires. You don't need to push reality into shape. You only need to remember. The breath is simply your entry point, a way to feel in your body that unity has never been missing. And when that recognition stabilizes, manifestation stops feeling like effort and starts flowing like the tide. Next, I'll guide you through a full step-by-step method for breathing as your fulfilled self, and show you how one small shift in perspective can transform not just your energy, but the way reality organizes itself around you. But for now, sit with this. You are not a wave trying to find the ocean. You are the ocean, remembering itself as a wave. We explored the idea that you don't need to breathe for your desires, you breathe as them. That simple shift changes everything. Because when you breathe as if you already are what you seek, your nervous system stops broadcasting lack. It stops whispering "not yet," and it starts radiating coherence. This is where the field around you reorganizes itself. Not because you forced it, not because you begged for it, but because you finally stopped contradicting yourself. Let's go deeper into the method. I call this the mirror breath. It has 6 steps. Each one is simple, but when practiced together, they create an entirely new relationship between you and reality. So let's walk through them slowly. Step 1. Remember unity. Before you begin, pause. Close your eyes if you can. Place a hand on your chest and remind yourself, the one who wants and the one who is wanted are not two. They are one. This isn't about belief, it's about recognition. Let it sink in, not as a thought you force, but as a truth your body already knows. Step 2. Settle into being. Don't rush. Don't try to get into a special state. Just soften. Feel the chair beneath you, the air moving around you. No need to push. Just let yourself arrive fully in this moment. Step 3. The inhale of embodiment. Now, inhale slowly through the nose. As you do, imagine you are breathing as your fulfilled self. Not pretending, not visualizing, simply recognizing that the consciousness aware of desire is the desire itself. On the inhale, silently say, I breathe as wholeness. Step 4. The exhale of gratitude. As you exhale gently through the mouth, don't force thankfulness. Instead, let it be natural. The gratitude that flows from remembering you were never separate. On the exhale, silently say, I release as wholeness. That's it. Inhale as wholeness. Exhale as wholeness. Step 5. Carry it into your day. This is the step most people skip. They breathe during practice but forget during life. But the real magic comes when you take this into everyday moments. Paying bills, talking to a partner, driving in traffic. In those moments, return to the mirror breath. Inhale as if nothing is missing. Exhale as if you were never lacking. That's where the nervous system begins to reprogram itself. Not in rare rituals, but in daily repetition. Step 6. Live the recognition. When you've practiced long enough, the breath no longer feels like a technique. It becomes your default state. You stop remembering to breathe as wholeness because you are wholeness. At that point, manifestation doesn't feel like a process. It feels like gravity. Reality simply mirrors the signal you've stabilized. I want to share a story with you. A woman I worked with once struggled with money for years. She had tried affirmations, visualizations, endless techniques. She was exhausted. When I taught her the mirror breath, she resisted at first. It felt too simple, too gentle. She was used to striving, pushing, chasing. But after a week of practicing, something shifted. She stopped obsessing over her bank account. She stopped feeling panic when bills arrived. She began making choices from calmness, not fear. And that calmness opened doors. A freelance project, an unexpected refund, a new opportunity through a friend. But the biggest shift wasn't the money. It was her recognition. Abundance had always been there. She just hadn't been breathing in a way that allowed her to notice it. She told me, "It was like realizing I'd been wearing sunglasses indoors. The light was always here. I just couldn't see it." That's the power of breathing as your desire instead of for it. Here's a practice you can try tonight. Before sleep, place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Take a slow inhale and think, "I rest as the one who already has." Exhale softly and think, "I wake as the one who already is." Do this for 2 minutes. Then let yourself drift into sleep. Watch how differently you wake up tomorrow. This is not about programming yourself with false positivity. It's about removing the sunglasses. It is about letting your nervous system remember what has always been true. You are not separate from what you seek. The external world doesn't need to change first. Recognition comes first, and then the external world naturally reorders itself to match. So let's recap slowly. Breathing as your desire collapses the illusion of separation. Breathing as wholeness stabilizes coherence in your field. And breathing as recognition transforms manifestation from effort into ease. No more chasing, no more waiting, just remembering. Now I want you to anchor this with me. Type in the comments, "I breathe as wholeness," not just as a phrase, but as a declaration, a signal to your subconscious. And if you've been practicing along with me today, share what shifted in your body. Others will read your words and realize they're not alone, because that's how this works. Unity is not just a theory, it's an experience we share. And remember, this is just the beginning. If you felt resonance in these words, it's because you're ready for more than fragments of practice. You're ready for a map. That's what the Quantum Bridge, a field guide to the 7 keys of reality creation, was designed for. It's a way to stabilize this recognition, to practice it daily, to expand it into every area of life, using journal templates that anchor the truth into action. You don't need another technique. You need to live the recognition that you already are what you've been seeking. So as we close, let me leave you with this. You are not a wave trying to reach the ocean. You are the ocean, breathing itself as a wave. You don't need to arrive. You've always been here. Now breathe it, live it, and watch how quietly, naturally, reality begins to mirror the truth of who you are.